attributes in the blog.
I don't know.
Stamina, a permanent turbo meter boost,
Definitely a
and
workout.
all of your unlocked body types
Definitely a
across
workout.
all new and existing saves, which is something that I heard many of you asking for this past year. Now, that was a lot of info right there, so if you didn't get it all just now, I do suggest after the show, go and read the blog, and you can read everything I just said one more time. Now, you asked about agility. So in NBA 2K24, the acceleration attribute determined your dribble launching and off-ball movement, but in NBA 2K25, dribble launching is now determined solely by the speed with ball attribute. And then comes in agility, which is the new attribute, and that's going to determine your defensive lateral movement, off-ball launches, and off-ball cuts. So that kind of simplifies things here, makes it very clear which attribute is affecting which parts of your game.
Hey, that's dope that we actually know now. Instead of
all right, man. Evan, again,
know.
A lot of great information. If you want to know more on that stuff, make sure you hit up the courtside report to get even more in depth than what we're talking about right now. One of my favorite things about that is the new stamina system. I really like that. Unlocking body types for all builds. Huge W. I know a lot of people in the chat love that as well. But next, I heard Zach talking about the all new takeover system. It looked kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, when I was looking at it, I'm like, what is this? So let's get into the thick of it with that as well, man. Let's hear about it.
All right. So I know Zach talked about it, but it does work really differently this year. So we want to go through it one more time. This year, as you fill your takeover meter, you'll gradually boost the targeted attributes of each takeover through a total of 5 levels of hotness, as Zach said. This is very different from last year, where you had to manually activate takeover. Now it happens automatically as you perform well. So Zach said one of his favorites is barbecue chicken, and as you can see here, once you hit level 5, it has the deep post bag takeover ability to activate. And I think I saw many of you in the chat asking, did Zach say 17 or 70? He did say 70. There are 72 takeovers this year. Now, initially, you will only have access to levels 1 to 3 here. And you unlock levels 4 and 5, each by activating the previous level a set amount of games. And don't worry, we know you're about to ask, takeover level unlocks do carry over between saves.
Okay, that's dope.
Fire.
Bro, they say Evan, 70 takeovers though?
I feel like we're getting hit with a bunch of heat right now. By the way, Evan memorized everything that he's saying. He's not reading off anything. He's literally memorized all this information. He just downloaded
Evan GPTs, right? That's all I got.
So people have been asking me this whole week about badges. And we got a little sneak peek of the badges, Evan. But Zach explained it, and we want a full list. So can we get a full list? Let's see what the badges are.
Yeah, we can show a full list. But before we do that, I just want to emphasize a point Zach said. This year, your My Players badges are progressed by activating each badge in games, which kind of matches your playstyle on the court, right?
Right.
But the change is badge progress can only increase and does not decrease, even if you don't use a badge. I just want to make sure everybody heard that part. Your badge progress can only increase and does not drop, even if you don't use it. So with that said, let's show all 40 badges now on the screen. There are a lot here. I'm not expecting you to read all 40 right now. And don't worry, it is in the blog. So after the show, go to the Courtside Report blog and you can see all 40 badges here, or you can screenshot it now and read it later on your phone. But Zach and our dev team ensured every area of basketball was complemented with useful badges in this new system of 40, so that every play style has different ways to stand out. There's fewer badges that activate in only very specific situations. So, for example, this year, Shifty Shooter that you see there covers all off the dribble shooting, and then set shot specialist covers all standing shooting. So it's a much more simple system this year that I think many people will appreciate. But Stacks, what are some of your favorites?
Some of my favorites, I like lightning launch. First of all, I'm gonna just talk about some newer ones because obviously I love ones like Deadeye, you know, limitless range. But lightning launch, I really like that one. Also, I like layup mix master. That one, I just really like the name of that one.
High flying denier. I like
versatile visionary. That one sound cold as well, man. But I feel like we got a lot of cool badges. Shifty shooter is one I'm definitely gonna have equipped on my build as soon as I make it. I'm looking forward to using that badge a lot too.
On ball menace.
Likewise.
That's gonna be tough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But anyway, next we're gonna talk about the badge perks. And let's see what's going on with badge perks, Evan.
Yep, so this was something else not in the video. There are 3 new badge perks, and remember, these badge perks modify the progression of individual badges that you equip them on. So each perk has 2 slots available to unlock because there's 2 tiers of badges this year determined by your My Player's height. So let's read the descriptions. I'm going to pull up the blog actually and read these word for word so I don't mess anything up. But the first one is called Max Plus 1. What this does is it boosts a badge 1 level above its max potential.
Okay.
You must progress a badge to its max potential before equipping
So beyond
this
Hall
perk.
of Fame.
These are unlocked at level 15 for a tier 2 badge slot and level 30 for a tier 1 badge in each season. And at the end of the season, your badges equipped with Max Plus 1 will revert to their original level. That's the first one. Then we've got one called Participation. So badges equipped with this perk will earn a flat base rate amount of progression each game, regardless of how many times they're activated. So if you really want a badge, but you might not use it that much, you can equip it with Participation perk, and you'll get a flat progression even if you don't use it. Then we have Synergy. So badges equipped with this perk will receive progression when your teammates earn progression using the same badge. And just a note here, Participation and Synergy are both earned through rotating season rewards. Okay. So again, if you did not get everything I just said, that is in the blog. I pulled the blog right up to read that whole thing for you right now. So if you want to see it again yourself, you can go to the blog.
We will be going over the blog right after this, man.
So Evan, so what you're saying is for you, no offense, not the greatest shooter on the court. Let's be honest here. You can activate the Synergy badge perk for, let's say, maybe limitless range. And as long as I'm knocking down shots from limitless range, you'll gain progress towards your limitless range badge as well.
Precisely. And honestly, I think I'm going to take full advantage of that. I'm going to be asking you to play with me all the time so that I can get my shooting badges because I cannot, get those up, man.
Stacks ain't no shooter, man.
Yes, sir, man. That is fire. I really love that. So since badge progression can't drop your badges anymore, I know a lot of people. I was happy to hear that. So I know a lot of people in the chat was happy to hear that. That means floor setters must be gone, right? Right? Is that true? Is there anything like that this year? Anything we got to look forward to like that?
So no floor setters, but we do have something new called badge elevators, and these can permanently boost an individual badge up to 3 levels within its max potential. So let's say your badge is currently at bronze, but it has a max potential of legend. With the badge elevator, you can immediately boost it up to 3 levels from bronze to silver to gold to Hall of Fame. And these elevators will be available to unlock throughout the year from season level rewards. Okay. And to keep things balanced though, the badge elevators earned in the first 4 seasons can boost your badges up to 2 levels, and then the ones you earn in seasons 5 to 8 can boost your badges up to 3 levels.
Okay.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, Evan. I'm liking what I'm hearing. You can boost those badges up. Super excited about that, man. But what's this about cap breakers, Evan? When I hear the word cap breaker, when I hear the word cap breaker, Evan, it makes me feel like I really need to be in my bag and really need to pay attention to what's going on inside that builder. Are we breaking caps? Is that what's happening?
Well, we did save the best for last, in my opinion. We saw community feedback that you all wanted a way to not only increase your attribute ratings above their caps that you set when you make your build, which was previously possible, but you wanted that to also use those increased ratings and contribute towards your animation, badge, and takeover attribute requirements. And that is exactly what cap breakers do. So let's say, for example, your ball handle attribute is maxed out at an 85. You
Right.
can apply 2 cap breakers to play with an 87 ball handle, and then that 87 also unlocks any access to animations, badges, or takeovers that requires an 87
But
ball
how you
handle
gonna get
rating.
these cap breakers?
But before you get worried, there are a few restrictions to ensure this stays
Okay,
balanced.
good.
So I'm going to pull the blog up again. This is in the blog. These are the restrictions for cap breakers. Each attribute can only be increased a maximum of +5 above its cap. So you can't use this as kind of like a cheat code to get from a really low rating to a really high one. You can use a cap breaker on an attribute up to its max potential rating allowed by your build's height, weight, and wingspan, which is shown in the My Player Builder while allocating your potential. So this is what it's talking about, is when you're deciding where to put your attributes to add up to 99 when you're first making your build. As many of you know, there's a cap based on your My Player's body dimensions. So the maximum your cap breaker can take you is the maximum there. And lastly, you must progress an attribute to its max potential rating before applying a cap breaker. There are a total of 15 cap breakers that you can earn, and these are all earned through rep rewards, which we will talk about more in a few weeks. But for now, only cap breakers. But I think that's big news for many of you. I've seen so much feedback about this the past year, so I'm glad that our dev team was able to make it happen for you all, to have cap breakers that affect your animation and signature animation requirements.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now let's go ahead. We got a lot of information about My Player, the builder, badges, caps, attributes, animate, all this stuff. Let's move on now to some My Career. Evan, what's new in My Career?
Yep. So first up, as Mark said, and I think many of you were excited about this, there is an optional flashback story called Heart of the Dynasty. And that includes your Club League Showcase game, your high school championship game, which I saw a lot of fun reactions there, the FIBA Under-19 World Cup, and an open run with NBA players. Now, as Mark said, that is all optional, but what's cool about this is that doing this is how you unlock the My Points Accelerator this year. And that increases your My Points progression by 5% to help you unlock new attribute upgrades more quickly. So especially at the start of the year, when it's your first build, your first save, I definitely do recommend going through this. Go play a high school game, your FIBA game, and then before you go into your NBA career or the city, whichever one you're going to next.
Okay, that'd be dope.
Jalen Brunson right there in the back. See him. All right, man. So that's really cool. I know that's, for me as a person that loves to play My Career, having those options and being able to play high school, FIBA, all that stuff is really cool. But moving on, Mark said the #1 spot on the Dynasty rankings is, of course, the Michael Jordan's Bulls. And that sounds about right to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Golden State is right up under that. What you got to say about that, Evan? I mean, I know what type of guy you are. I know who you going to claim, but I don't think bro got real dynasties like that. But anyway, go ahead.
Everybody in the chat knows what I'm going to say.
LeBaron?
LeBron's dynasty was his entire run. Look at all those finals he went to. That whole thing should count as a dynasty. I know he didn't win every year, but that whole thing that should count as a dynasty. That's just my opinion. But yes, our dev team has ranked the 9 greatest dynasties in NBA history, and it is your goal in My Career to go from a bench player to the starting lineup, become a superstar, and then lead your team to become an all-time dynasty and take that #1 spot from MJ's Bulls.
That's dope.
Interesting. What do you think are the other ones on there? If you had to guess.
I don't know who we're gonna do it with though.
I'm pretty sure Steph Curry and the Warriors are on here as a dynasty as well, and I think that's going to be a popular one, especially for a lot of people right now.
I think maybe the Spurs will probably be there. Spurs had a nice run.
Maybe. I have not seen the full list, so we're theorizing with you all in the chat right now.
Magic. Anyway, before we start wrapping up, one of the things I heard about way early on, way long ago, when we would start gearing up for announce, My Court is back. My Court, Evan. My Court. Talk about it, man. This is probably one of the most requested things the dev has probably heard since moving to new gen. My Court, Evan. My Court. Tell me about it, Evan. Tell me, man.
Well, unfortunately, I can't say much more than Mark did just there. So he did tease this. He said when you do jersey swaps with other NBA players in My Career, which is an awesome, cool new feature on its own, you can swap jerseys with people, I believe, like Jalen Brunson. I got to confirm that one.
Yeah. I
When
need
you do
that.
your jersey swaps, you can actually display those jerseys in your My Court. This has been one of the most asked questions I've seen, not just this past week since we revealed our gameplay, but also the last few years on the new gen versions of NBA 2K. So this is an amazing thing. I see everybody in the chat is happy about this. We will talk more about this later in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, we did ask the team to give us a few more of their favorites for the blog. So we got 2 more cool ones for you here on the stream. If you enter the Hall of Fame in your career, you will get the famous Hall of Fame orange jacket for your My Player, which our cover athlete Vince Carter now has. And you can also wear that around the city. So it's not just for a cutscene, you get the jacket and you can wear that jacket around in the city. And last but certainly not least, I know there's many of you out here that play single player NBA career games as your main mode. And we're excited to say that season XP can now be earned from NBA career games as well. So XP is not exclusive to multiplayer online modes. You can earn it just by playing My Career games in your NBA career. And I think that's going to be welcome news to many of you in the chat.
Not gonna lie, that's a huge W. This is my first time hearing that. That right there is amazing. Because I love to play online, but a lot of people know my roots is playing My Career offline, My Career stuff. And so that is amazing. The fact that I can hit level 40 hooping on LeBron James. That's fire. Super excited about that, man. But yeah, it was a lot said today. We went over so much today. A lot of new stuff to process. Oh man, I'm super excited. See, when things like this happen, it just made me just want to hop in the time machine and advance to the launch of the game. I'm happy. I'm ready to go through it. Make sure you guys also check out the Courtside Report blog yourself. There's a lot of information there that we didn't talk about. The devs didn't talk about LD in the video. So make sure you go check that out for yourself. Also, if you still have questions, things that wasn't answered here, make sure you go to our Discord and go to our 2K25 questions channel and our Discord to go ahead and ask your questions there. And hopefully, some of your questions may be answered in there as well. Our Discord should be on the screen. That's discord.gg/NBA2K. Make sure you get in there. Go to the 2K25 questions channel. Ask your questions there. And also, just a reminder too, make sure you keep your questions on topic. Last week when we opened up our questions channel, and we had Mike Wang in there answering some of the questions. A lot of the questions you guys were asking wasn't about gameplay. That's what gameplay was all about last week. So make sure you try to keep your questions on topic this week. All right, that's all I'm asking. Keep your questions on topic. If you have my team questions, don't worry. My team will be coming up soon. If you have questions about the W, questions about my NBA, don't worry. Those will be coming up soon. But for right now, let's keep all of the questions focused on the my player, and My Career. Okay, I would really appreciate that. But make sure you join our Discord.
Exactly. Please do that. Please do what Stack said. Ask questions about either what you heard last week or today. No My Team questions just yet. If we could pull up the roadmap, My NBA and the W is where we're going next. That's going to be next week, so stay tuned for that. And also, before we let you go, we do want to just give one more reminder that we have early tip-off for NBA 2K25. So if you get NBA 2K25 before September 6th, you can play up to 2 days early on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One and PC. Now, very last thing, I know many of you are at 99%. I see in the chat on your Twitch drops, which means you are right about completing it. If you do complete your 90 minutes across last Thursday's and today's Road to NBA 2K25 streams, you should get a notification within Twitch that takes you to your Twitch inventory. Make sure you claim your reward there. That's super important. You have to go to your Twitch inventory and hit the claim button there before anything else. Then after that, head over to the website that you see on the bottom of our screen right now, nba.2k.com/twitch-drops. And on that page, you'll click the login to Twitch button. After you log in, that page will refresh and you will see the locker code you've earned.
All right, man. There was another one, man. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Another very informative stream. Super excited for what's to come next. Like I said, I'm ready to hop in my time machine, Evan. I'm trying to play the game right now.
I know.
We're almost there.
I'm trying to get out there on the court. I'm trying to test some builds. I'm trying to do it all, man. And I know everybody in the chat is excited, just as excited as I am. Evan, what are you most looking forward to with this new news that we heard about my player in my career?
I mean, I'll give the easy answer. My court. I cannot wait for that. Can't talk about it, but I can't wait for my court. And beyond that, the badge system, just having more refined badges. I'll be honest, I was starting to get a little lost in how all the different badges I had to remember, and having 40 and making sure each one has something of value that for your player and play style, I think is really important. So those are new changes that I like the most. Go through the blog. I hope everybody has something there that they enjoy and will be able to improve their experience for this upcoming year, whether it's in the builder, badges, takeover, or my career.
Yes, sir, man. I gotta agree with you, Evan. Super excited for the builder. I mean, super excited for my core. But one of the things that I'm probably most excited for starting out my my career and creating my player is the fact that we have like a free practice mode, and we can choose our animations like during the process before we even select and finalize the build. I think that is super clutch, and I feel like it's gonna be one of those details that like after a while people are gonna get so used to it, but they're gonna forget how it was before. Like, it's so convenient that you don't realize how much it makes your life easier when making your build, and after a while people are gonna take it for granted. So I really want you guys to appreciate that, because as we know right now, we can't do that, and it's something, we can't test the animation. We can't just go out there, just dribble by ourselves on the court. So make sure you guys really do appreciate that, because that's something I think is going to be really fun and really huge. But with that being said, man,
we our dev team there. But Stacks, thank you for stalling for the chat. I think everybody has got a couple extra percentage points, so hope you all are completing your 90 minutes now. But with that said, that is all I got. Stacks, anything else?
Yes, sir. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Make sure you guys pull up tomorrow. We're going to be live again tomorrow with the logo gauntlet. So make sure you guys pull up. You're not going to want to miss that either. And that's about it, man. All right. Go ahead and wrap it up. Make sure you guys stick around. We're going to raid somebody after this. Appreciate you guys so much for showing so much support. But we out. Peace.
See y'all.
And it's gonna be super dope, man. Like I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be one of them joints where everybody's gonna appreciate it, and again, you won't really appreciate what it is until we get it, man. But like you said, I want to hop in the time machine and just go forward, man, and just get this thing popping, because they dropped a lot of information, and we are going to do the same thing that we always do. We're gonna hit that courtside report, and we're gonna check out everything that's going on, man. I appreciate y'all guys for supporting me and all that good stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It get rough sometimes. Just be like, do I even want to continue to do this? Just because, I mean, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we doing it for y'all, but y'all are who we doing it for. So we're gonna try to get this courtside report as soon as we can, though. As soon as the courtside report is released, is this it? No. As soon as the courtside report is released, I'm gonna hook y'all up, man, and we'll go from there. But appreciate y'all coming through, showing some love, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm about to get on this video, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Till next time, it's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ. And as soon as this courtside report drops, we own it. I'm trying to see, man. I think it's already in here. Is this it?